this sign. I just love this sign so much. This was actually designed by Tori, you know, my very first employee. Didn't she do a great job? I mean, y'all, she rocked it. Don't you think? Look at that. Isn't that cute? So I had given her this ribbon because we just got this ribbon in. And I said, oh, come up with something that matches this ribbon. And she did. She did such a good job. All right, so this is what we're doing tonight. We have our little flamingos. And she put the little animal print around. So I pulled another animal print. So this is in the shop. This is in the shop. This is in the shop. And I even have the pink mesh. So we're getting better. We have a lot listed. We'll be listing more. Okay. So we're just going to do... Stop doing that. Okay. We're going to do 30-inch ruffles. So I hope y'all are well. Y'all doing okay? Hey, hey, Susie Brown. Okay. So I'm just going to cut them at 30 inches. Okay. I don't know why this one is a little crooked. Let's fix that. Sometimes they get a little crooked. Okay, so 30-inch cut. Look at that. Don't you love it? All right. So I have them all, the rest of them cut here. So what do y'all think? Do you like flamingos? Good. I have this thing I'm getting ready to put up and it caught my frame. All right. So I pulled out a white frame because I had one. But what I wanted to say is, as long as the color of your frame works with your project, pretty much any color will do, right? Didn't she do a good job? Okay. So I will open up my ties here. Now I want you to see something. You see these? Can you see these, how sparkly they are? So do you remember I talked to y'all about the deco rope? Or the tinsel rope, could be called deco rope, could be called tinsel rope. I want you to see it's exactly the same. So you can get this stuff and use it in place of pipe cleaners. And it will stay a lot better and it will not break like pipe cleaners. So I wanted to show y'all that because it's exactly the same. Okay. This is why I like these long ties right here. So all you're really doing is paying to get an elevated frame and someone to have put these on, which you can easily do yourself. Oh, did you receive the second vaccine? I finally got my dad a vaccine today. Mama's okay. She's not feeling great today. Oh, but I have to tell y'all about my dad's vaccine thing. It was something else. Yeah, they say the second one makes you feel kind of cruddy. All right, so I'm just gonna use my thumbs, create a dam, and push the mesh back into my fingers to create the ruffle. So I had a really hard time scheduling my mom. So I went to schedule my dad and I could not get them to respond because I don't know about y'all, but in South Carolina, everything goes through the CDC. So I found out that you had to have separate email addresses to register them. Well, of course, I had registered them both on my email address. So I had to go back, redo him. I had to put my mother's out a couple weeks, so hers is actually next Tuesday. But anyways, I got my dad registered, and I was able to get him an appointment in like 2 days. And we went yesterday for his appointment, and it poured down rain, and they ended up having a closed site. So I came home, figured out how to cancel it, and then reschedule it, and we got it today. But I want to tell y'all, they had the coolest setup I've ever seen. It was like, it was at the fairgrounds, and they had like this long thing that you had to drive through, and you never once got out of the car. So it was about as secure as you can get. They, you know, they checked all his paperwork and his ID and all that stuff. And you drive up underneath these tents, your car, right underneath the tent. And depending on who was getting a shot, if it was on the driver's side or the passenger side, you either went on the passenger side or the driver's side through the tent. And then they just came over, got your paperwork, explained the shot, gave you your shot, and then you kind of drove up and sat for like 10-15 minutes, and then they checked you again, and they let you go. So the whole thing took us about, when we got over there, it took about 20 minutes. It was the fastest thing. I couldn't believe it. They did a great job. So it's pretty awesome. And he has now got his first vaccination. We already have him scheduled for his second. So, but it was good. It was good. So he now has his shots. Now I just got to get my mom hers. Because my parents are in their late 80s. So my dad's going to be 88 in a week, y'all. His birthday is Monday. And my mom's 87. So it was important to get them covered. Okay, so I have a pink with the white polka dots and the animal print. And this has a lot of sparkly gold in it. Okay. So I'm going to put that in the burlap. Do you? Yeah. It's awesome. Okay. So we're just going to put it in. Tie it off. We don't need these ties anymore. Whoop, here comes the train. Okay, then we'll spread out our ribbon. Okay. This one has the penguin, the flamingo. And it has all these little sparkles in it. Can you see? And then a tan and cream. Tails are cut at 12 inches. Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, it's a bad stuff. This second strain seems to be the worst. So, I was glad to get them going. Scary stuff. Alright. There's a big train that goes right up behind us. Okay. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get my mom's next week. I have a retreat coming up in March, and I want them fully protected before I come back. So, that's the goal. Yes, the pink mesh is in my shop. It's the snowdrift, so you can see it has the whole line in it. Yep. 2 of the ribbons and 1 of the mesh and the sign are in my shop. Yep, and it's just Hardworkingmomstore.com. Alright, I think this is going to be so cute. Alright, so we're just going to keep alternating tan and pink. I do too. I do too. I like these colors together. Okay. We can actually kind of come over this way a little bit. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. You will not believe, but my shop is less than a mile from my house. Can y'all believe that? It is. My dad, who is, let me tell you, Mr. Stubborn, has walked here and to home from here because he was insistent that he could do it, which of course he can, but I find that to be a little dangerous. But yes, it is less than a mile. It's nice though. It's really nice because I can zip home if anybody needs it. I mean, I couldn't pass up a place that was that close, so I could stay close to my parents. I got the work wreath from my wholesaler, but I did order a bunch of these. I will be putting them in the shop just as soon as they come in. I'm just waiting on them to ship them to me. I got a whole bunch. Hello, green guy. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. What are you doing out there? Oh, you're taking the paper off. My boys are out there. Y'all, Carson has been out there rolling ribbon. He's being Mr. Helpful. I don't know. What'd you cook for dinner? Alright. Here we go. Let's see. He's such a sweet boy. Hey, Lisa. Oh, goodness. So what do y'all have going on tonight? Anything exciting? Okay, who was it that told me to watch Bridgerton? Because, oh my gosh, now I am hooked on that show. And so's my mom. We're both hooked on that show. Thank you. That's my favorite thing, is to match colors. The mesh is cut at 30 inches, and the ribbons are cut at 12. Oh, do you have snow? I wish we would get snow one of these days. So when I put these on, I always make sure they ruffle together. Don't worry if they're sticking out like this, because when you put them on the top, it'll push it down. Okay. Bridgerton. Yes, it's a show on Netflix. I tuck them. I'll show you. So when I put it in, I tie it off. I trim it so that there's about an inch or so, and then I just push it right behind. So see how I just kind of push it down, and then you can't really tell where it is. There we go. Oh, wonderful. I wish we would get snow. want snow too. I know, Bridgerton is good. We even had the boys in here watching it. That was funny. My mom loved, what's that show she loved so much? Kind of similar, you know, with the fancy dresses and the, dang, I can't think of the name of it. Downton Abbey. So we thought she might like it because it was kind of similar. Oh, really? I didn't know they were based on books. Oh, how cool. Oh, yes. We watched that one, Rachel. My mom loved her red bow. Yes, she did. It is currently on the stairway. Yeah, you know how she is about her stairway, having a bow. The mailbox and the stairway always have to have a bow in my house. It's funny. Okay. Oh, it's over here. Yellowstone. Okay, I'll have to try that one. I've heard several good things about that one. It sounds good. Okay. So I will ruffle this last one on both sides. Make sure. It just helps it stand up and it helps it not go, you know, squishing down on the sides or in the middle. Plus it makes it nice and fluffy. I like it nice and fluffy. Ozark. My husband was obsessed with that show. So I have seen that too. One thing you'll see that I do is I like to mix my colors so that the colors are consistent all the way through. So you see how I have, so my two colors really are this burlap and the pink. So I mix the ribbons so that I continue that theme all the way through. Yes, I do. Actually, we used 21-inch mesh a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we made, actually we've done it a few times. We did it with the pineapple. We did poofs and then added some ruffles in. We did, oh, I think it was the raindrop. We did that one with 21-inch mesh, and we did the poof curl. So let's pull these ones on top. Oh, and I tell you what, we had pretty much, if you've been waiting on a kit, they're all out. Because they picked them all up yesterday and today. So they're all on the way. Do you have trouble with color matching? Yes, I am going to do a retreat later this year, probably after the summer, like early fall, so that I can kind of make sure that things with COVID have settled down, although I haven't figured out where I'm going to do it. The one I have now is already full, but I will do another one. I think I'll do it in fall. I was thinking about doing one here so y'all could see where my warehouse is and what it looks like and stuff. Oh, we just got the rainbow ribbon back in, so I will be relisting those tomorrow. And this time you will get a full roll of the rainbow ribbon itself, the one that has the blue and the pink and the purple. So I'll be listing that. I'll try to list it first thing in the morning. We got a huge shipment in, but we have 2 more really big shipments coming. So, poor Holly. Holly's the one who packs all my orders. She and Peggy have been trying to like organize stuff, but we keep running out of room, so I need to go get more shelves. Yes, I am doing a retreat in March, but it is full. Yes. I am using 2.5 inch and 1.5 inch ribbon. Okay, so I do the same thing on the top, except I like to put my larger ribbon in the direction where my mesh is cut. So where my cut edges are, so it's coming down this way, just because there's more room for the 2.5 inch ribbon and it does not get pushed aside. If you try to put it over here, what happens, it starts to get scrunched because of this ruffle. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. It's just why I do it that way. Thank you for stars. Yes, I am going to do a fall retreat, I promise. I know the spring one, well, I did not have very many at the spring one because we wanted to make sure we could, you know, keep people apart and all that kind of stuff. So we're trying to be as safe and cautious as we possibly can. So that's why. So we only had like 30 people, which I don't want to do a whole bunch, but Texas would be a great place. I see that, Robbie. The problem is getting my supplies there. I'd have to like send them to Lisa's house or something. I will have the rain boot ribbon tomorrow. It's here. It's here in the warehouse. I just have to list it. We listed a whole bunch of ribbon and mesh today. So that's out there. So next we're going to list, we have some new sign and ribbon sets to list. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. Thank you. The retreat in March is in Nashville. So even if you can't go to the retreat, if you're in the Nashville area, you could probably meet up with us on Thursday. We were talking about, or I mean Saturday, we were talking about just kind of going out in Nashville somewhere to eat. So when we figure that out, if y'all would like to meet up with us, that would be fine. Might be fun. Ribbon. See, Lisa got excited by that prospect. Or maybe she didn't even hear me say that. Out of Ohio? You need to get out of Ohio. It's too cold and there's too much snow. Y'all all need to fly south. Okay. People are nice in the south and the weather's better. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, I will tell you, I actually have a channel on Roku. So if you ever want to go back and watch my previous videos and you want to watch it on a big TV, you can find my channel on Roku. It's just Hardworking Mom. I have my own channel there. And it's just all the videos from YouTube. They just get transferred over to there. This one is Snowdrift. So The difference is the snowdrift has it all the way through. The snowball is more like clumps of it, and then a line and clump and a line and a clump. Yeah, we'll list it tomorrow. So I don't use cable timeouts, and the reason is that it's really hot and humid here, and we have a really hard time getting them to stay on because the humidity will kind of make it so that glue won't stay on very well. I've tried it with E6000 and some other stuff, but in the south it just doesn't hold up very well. And north works great. I just generally either put holes in mine, or if it's wood, I just staple on the back. Yes, we are. I was born in the north, but I have been in the south since I was 5 years old, so I consider myself a southern belle. Maybe not a belle, but at least a southern girl. Oh, great. I have some turquoise like this pink mesh that I'll be listing too. I have that. I just haven't gotten it listed. We just were sorting through all the stuff we got. You heard were rumors of weird bugs? Would that be like roaches? You just have to be like, South Carolina is really not bad. There's not very many bugs here. I mean, there's some bugs, like there's mosquitoes and stuff, but they don't have those really bad bugs. You want to avoid Georgia if you don't really like bugs very much. Yes, Bella dislikes the stale gut. Yes, she does. Oh, yeah, I'll show you what I use for a hanger. I will show you when we get done. I don't usually add a hanger until we get ready to ship it out. I had that caught up. Okay. I was getting ahead of myself. I will tell you, what I use to make hangers is, yeah. No, the roaches here don't fly, but the ones in Georgia do. Yeah, so you kind of want to avoid Georgia. You don't want to live in Georgia. They had flying roaches where I grew up. Yep, they're a thing, and they're huge. And they're like pine trees. So just make sure you get a place that doesn't have tons of pine trees on it. That's kind of how you deal with that. But since we've been here, I really haven't seen hardly any bugs. Oh, and in Georgia, they have gnats. Ugh, those are so awful. They're really tiny and you can hardly see them. And they get all in your face and you're constantly like, you know, trying to get them out of your face is terrible. Not a good bug. When the boys were little, they used to be terrified of the little gnats. They hated them. But we didn't stay in Georgia very long. They were pretty little when we moved. Yeah. A lot of people do drink their tea in mason jars, yes. We don't. Well, I don't drink sweet tea. But, yes, a lot of people do. That whole mason jar thing. I'm not a big mason jar person. Look how pretty these colors are. Texas, see, there you go. Don't go to Texas either, because they have flying roaches too. I am working on getting the work frames in my store. I have some to list, but we have a bunch more coming. So I pretty much order all the time now. So well, I mean, bugs are everywhere, but some of the yuckier bugs are in the where it's hot. Yes. Now, usually if you crunch a roach, they do die. If you drop a book on them, they're going to die. They're not going to keep going. So. Yeah, so we used one roll of each color. And as you can see, there's still some left over. Okay. Ooh, these pretty colors together. That just really makes that pink pop, doesn't it? I like that. I like to do a muted color and a brighter color together because it makes that color pop. See, and then this, when we put it on, this is the only one I have that has that animal print in it, but it's going to pull from what's in this side and start really making it so you can see this edge. Okay. Now, let's make a bow. And I bet by then, my boys will be ready to go to McDonald's. Did I tell y'all that Holly, who works for me, who does all the shipping now, she used to be my boy's nanny. So when I was working at the hospital, while I was working all those crazy hours, she would pick the boys up from school and she would bring them home and help them do their homework. So we've known Holly a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as the background. Let's do 16-inch tails. Okay. Alright, so we'll go out to the 6-inch. There we go. And you see here what I did. I'm using 2 with 50 yards. You see that? And I'm using 2 of the specialty. So this is how you keep the expenses lower on your projects. There we go. I knew that was going to be longer. That's okay. So let's throw in. So see, this is just our accent, our pop is this little animal print. So I love animal print, but I don't always like it to be in your face bold. So these are just light accents. So we don't have a ton of it in here. We just have just enough. Now sometimes I will do a lot. And sometimes I will do muted. But I will tell you, animal print is going to be extraordinarily popular. Yes, I actually am working on getting 50-yard rolls stocked. So I am working on it. I have some we're going to list. Yep. See, and if you didn't like the animal print, you could just do like a tan or a brown. Okay, so we're doing 6" again. I want to finish out with the flamingo. Oh, I do have the flamingo ribbon in the 2.5" as well. Okay. The pink. There we go. Whew. It's warm in here, y'all. Every time I think it's going to be cold, I'll wear something like semi-long. And then, yeah, it is a drama boat. And then I'm hot. Oh. Okay. It is a drama boat. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I have any other pinks out here, do I? No, we'll just end it here. Okay, so we'll get a zip tie out and a pipe cleaner. Run that under there. Just get it started. Oh, I am so excited about the thing I'm making on for Friday. I'm making a bunny out of Dollar Tree wreaths. Dollar Tree wreath frames. I'm excited. Yes, the flamingo sign is in my shop. It's there's a link in the description, but it's Be a Flamingo in a Flock of Penguins. And she's so cute. She has these little flowers on her. She's so cute. She has a little crown. She's a fancy flamingo. Okay. So I'm going to hold it and move it around. I'm looking for that indentation right there. Okay. Then I'm going to take this, run it right through. I'm going to leave this zip tie on so I can fluff it. So to fluff it, we're just going to pull like this and kind of twist so that we can get the biggest fluff out of that. It's just breaking it from this center point. And you always want to start from the bottom and work your way to the top. Oh, I'm so glad you learned to make bows this way. Yeah, I struggled with bows in the beginning. So I try to tell you my tricks because I know what it was like when I struggled. It was very frustrating. So once I get it pulled out and I just kind of run my hands under the ribbon, then I will trim off that zip tie. I was thinking, okay, let's see. So we can do side to side, center, or even top bottom. So this would be kind of at the top and this would be at the bottom. Can you see that? So what do you like, side or top? The bee kit will be available on Monday. Are y'all excited? I'm so excited. I wonder if I have one of those little sets. Ooh. I do. After I get this, I'll grab it. Thank you for the stars. Top, bottom, top, bottom. Let's do top, bottom because you know what? I don't think we've done that in a long time. Okay. So, I'm going to tie this like right up here. You could, I have an idea. Let's do something fun. Want to? Ha ha ha, we're going to do something fun. so we're going to tie the bow in the middle. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Take a couple pipe cleaners. We're going to kind of put them together. We're going to run this right through our frame like this. Just tie it around the frame. You want to make sure it's in there pretty good. You could even run one this way if you're worried about it not being secure. It's one of my favorite tricks. All right. I'm excited about that bee kit. That bee ribbon is like my favorite. It's truly my favorite. Okay. Alrighty, just like this. And we'll tie this side. So then when you go to sell this, all you're going to do is put a placemat, and nobody will see this part. Alright, now we take our ties, we go right in the center, and guess what? We're going to tie it to that cross. See that? Right there? And now the bow can be in the center. Yes, it will be uploaded on Friday. The bunny. Okay, now we can kind of fluff our bow back up. So to do that, I'm just going to kind of pull them up like this so that they're not squashed down in the wreath itself. All right. We're going to put our sign right up here at the top. Okay. You can pull it down a little bit because remember, we tied that right in the center. So there is, you can kind of pull it up, pull it down, and we can see now we have lots of room for our tails to come across. Okay. Alright. Like that. Let's do our little glittery piece in here. There we go. Yeah, you'll see that trick again when I do that bunny on Friday. And on Sunday, I think we're going to do the bunny kit that went out. Okay. Okay. So I just poked a hole with my hole punch at the top and at the bottom. So see, these are the hole punches. These are in my shop. I will tell you, you can buy them on Amazon. They're $11. You can buy them in my shop for $8.50 or something like that. $8.50, I think it is. And that's what I buy them for, pretty much. By the time I figure in the shipping, it's the same price. Woo! That drawer is going to get me. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I just did two, so one at the top, one at the bottom. Are they? Well, the wreath forms that I used was two of the 8-inch and one of the 14-inch. So if they're sold out, you can go to DollarTree.com and you can either have it shipped to your Dollar Tree store or they can ship them to your house. I know, I like the bow in the middle. Just right here on my YouTube channel is where you can watch the lives, or on YouTube at Hardworking Mom, or Facebook at Hardworking Mom. Either one. Okay. So on this, we're going to put it, I'm going to run this wire right So see, I'll just move the mesh, run it right here, and then I just kind of twist it around the frame. You always want to tie to the frame whenever possible, because that's going to be what's going to keep it going. On Friday, it'll be on YouTube, on Hardworking Mom. Yeah, for the design group, the lives are in Facebook. And tomorrow is my night. Yep. Alright, so for the, I'm also going to tie, I want you to see this, I'm also going to tie the bottom up here because I want to make sure that my sign does not fall down into the bow. So to keep it from falling, I'm pulling the wire to the top, and I'm tying it where I tied the top wire. That way it'll keep it from slipping down. Oh, there's Mama. You were right, she loves it. Should I bring it home, Ma? Hey, Mama, Tori made this sign. What'd you think? Didn't she do a good job? Okay, there we go. How cute. Look at that. So see, we have our sign up here, and then we have our bow. See the sides? It came out good. Look how cute that sign is. Alright. Someone asked about hanger. So this is antique wire. Sometimes it's called, I'm sorry, that was my sister texting me. Okay, sometimes it's called rustic wire. Sometimes it's called antique wire. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. You can get it on Amazon. Okay. So what it is it's super thick wire that is essentially covered in twine. You can get it in natural, you can get it in brown and green. I don't know if I've seen it in any other colors. But what I do is right where I want it to be hung, I will take this and I will just twist it right around the top. Can you see right there? And then I'll take the other side, go over here, and I'm going to twist it over here. And there's your hanger. And there it is. This was fun. Awesome. Thank you. She is such a good girl, isn't she? Bella. Oh, let me get that bee thing. Hi, baby girl. Alright, where are those bee kids? Yes. I had the mesh. Hey, buddy, bro, what you doing? Yeah? Let's see if I can find the mesh. I don't know where it is. It's that yellow one. That's not the one I wanted. I'll show you. Okay. Hi, baby girl. Sorry, I thought I could find the mesh, but she's got it like all piled up there getting ready to pack them. Alright, so here's what's going to be the bee. So there's the bee sign. It says be kind. And these are the bee ribbons. Now, the full roll is also going to be a bee. It's a white background with the little bees on it. But that's my favorite ribbon. This one. Isn't that cute? All right. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. And watch out for that video on Friday. And then I will see y'all again on Sunday. So I'll be live again on Sunday at 9 o'clock, same time. All right. And y'all have a great night. And do I see the chat? I think you do see the chat when you watch it on replay. If it was a live, I think you do. Yes. Well, thank you. All right, y'all have a great night. This one is not, but this one is. And just so y'all know, the subscription kit is an option. You can order this as a one-time thing, or you can join the subscription kit, which just means you're guaranteed to have a kit every month. That's all. All right? Y'all have a great night. But if you are part of the subscription kit, yes, this is your subscription for February. Okay? Y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys